Good morning, Santa Clarita. Delgado here with you on this Monday, June 9th. And we have Carl. He wanted to stay in the studio a little bit longer. Good morning, Carl. How are we doing?
And doing really well, Delgado. You know, the KHTS Home and Garden Show, which took place in April, takes place always the last in April, has so many fabulous vendors part of it. And this year, one of our participants is with us here in the studio, and it's going to be a real challenge for me, Delgado. I'm going to try and pronounce Jesse's last name, Covarrubias. I'm not even close.
Covarrubias.
Covarrubias.
Yes, it's definitely a mouthful. So, can you imagine as a kid trying to learn your last name and trying to spell your last name as a kid? It was fun. It was a challenge, but I got it done. 11 letters.
But the good thing is it starts with a C, so alphabetically in elementary school, you're always toward the front of the line.
Exactly, and most of my teachers and the kids also, everybody shortened it up. Everybody would say Cova, so Cova instead of the whole thing. Yeah.
So you and your cousin George are owners of Bear Window and Doors.
Yeah, exactly. So I am the CEO and founder. I started the company, and then George joined me. I've always had a window since 2008. The original parent company is called United Windows. That has been around since 1994. So about 10 years ago or so, we also started Bear Windows, and we're there. We're manufacturing windows down here in Southern California locally for homeowners.
So how did you get enticed into windows to begin with?
You know, it's a very long story, but just a quick abbreviated story. I used to be in the apparel industry in production, and met a guy there that was actually a driver that was running around delivering cut goods, to different factories, and we were one of the companies that he would actually come and drop off cut goods. So I used to work for a clothing manufacturer. Lo and behold, out of business because a lot of the production went down south into Mexico and into China as well. So at that time, I started thinking, well, what am I going to do now? Because they basically gave me a couple notice, you're basically done. And lo and behold, Leo calls me up and says, hey, I'm working at a window company. What are you up to? One thing led to another. I kept the company United Windows from there and just kind of kept it going. And here we are now.
And you
Quite a few years
manufacture
later.
everything here in Southern California.
Yes, in South El Monte, California. So we're pretty local. Our service area is actually pretty big. So we do San Diego all the way up to Ventura and everything in between. So yes, and we actually manufacture everything in-house in South El Monte.
So what's different about your company from other companies out
Well,
there?
obviously that is one of the things that set us apart is we are a manufacturer, right? Most of the window companies out there are going to be reselling somebody else's window, right? And we are actually making the window for you as well. So we're making it, we're installing it, and we are also providing the warranty for it. So not very many companies do that. In fact, it's probably a handful. You know, we seem to do a very good job of that about that. One of the biggest complaints that we get from people when they do work with a dealer, let's say, that installs the window for them, when it comes down to the warranty and there's an issue, typically the installer says, well, you got to call the manufacturer now, right? And then the manufacturer says, well, the installer didn't install the window right. So they try to wiggle their way out of their warranty. With us, there's no funny business. You just give us a call directly and we're going to take care of you. And we have a nonsense, lifetime warranty on our products, and we take care of our customers, and our reviews speak for themselves.
One of the big things in the news right now, particularly with Windows, is the cost savings because of energy and upgrading your windows because of that. Talk about that, the new types of windows that really help out with your electric bills.
Definitely. So the one thing that you are looking for in a window is the main component is going to be the glass. That's going to provide you the most energy efficiency. So what you are looking for is what they call in the industry the energy efficient glass. So low E366 glass from a company called Cardinal Glass, in our opinion, is the best. It's what we use. So that's basically going to block out the heat and block out the ultraviolet rays. Also, the next layer of protection is going to wind up being argon gas. So when we make the glass units, they're going to be dual pane or triple pane. It depends what the application is. Say we're doing a dual pane, we're going to go ahead and after we build the glass unit, we're actually going to pump it full of argon gas as well. And that's also, barrier against temperature change, right? So that's what's going to give you the most energy efficiency. It's going to block out the UV, going to block out the heat as well, and you're going to get also a lot of sound barriers, 50% reduction in sound. Energy efficiency, it's not negligible. It depends how energy efficient your house is. Obviously, if you're in a wooden cabin somewhere and you replace your windows, the best windows in the world are probably not going to do a very good job. But if you're moderately insulated, the windows are definitely going to make a difference. Just make it more comfortable, and you will see an energy savings on your bill.
I noticed what I really noticed. We've now lived in 4 different houses here in Santa Clarita over the 35 plus years we've been out here. And the 2 older houses, which were that old, they were built in the 90s, those houses we thought were really efficient. And then when we moved and downsized after our kids grew up and moved to a newer house, a brand new house, we found that it was so energy efficient, we didn't have to use the air or the heater in the winter very often at all. Maybe for a few minutes while taking a shower, and that's it. It's really remarkably different. So the windows can make a giant difference.
Definitely, for sure, especially if you don't have much shade. Like, let's say if you have a house where you do have a lot of trees surrounding, your house and so forth, that's obviously going to go a long way. If you're, sun facing and the sun is blasting your house all day long, the windows will make a huge difference, for sure.
Now, Jesse, you have quite a really nice website and a lot of different choices on there. What's the address for the website?
So it's bearwindows.com, BEAR windows.com, bear like the animal.
And then someone who wants to get hold of you, how do they do that?
They can visit us on our website. You can fill out the form there, or they could call us directly at 888-470-2645. Or visit us on Instagram as well. You could get a lot of information at Windows, and you could see we got tons of content up there, videos on installations, different types of products. We show you the window frames themselves, etc. There should also be images and videos in there of our factory as well. And if you ever want to tour the factory, just give us a call. We could definitely accommodate that.
Oh, that's cool. Actually, that'd be a thing for maybe some of the schools to do.
Yeah, absolutely. We can show kids how we make windows, for sure.
And you'll be featured as one of our key vendors at the next year's KHTS Home and Garden Show over at Central Park, the last weekend in April.
Exactly. Yeah, you were telling me that. So, right. Yeah, you've been dealing with George, I guess, on. Yeah, we will be there.
You right up on the front there and
okay,
display
awesome. Yeah, looking forward to that.
Good.
Hopefully the weather cooperates a little better this year.
A little better. Anyway, thank you so much, Jesse. And once again, the website bearwindows.com, and we look forward to having you back here again.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Delgado, take it away.
Well, thank you. If you missed any of that interview or caught the tail end of it, you can catch it's in entirety by heading over to facebook.com/KHTS Radio or on YouTube as well, searching KHTSradio.com.